Hello, everyone, dear authors and invited guests. Welcome to Technical Session 6A. Myself, Karthik Bharadwaj, and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Solistic LLP, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Third World Conference on Information System for Business Management, ISBM 2024, Thailand. The third edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is organized in today, Bangkok, Thailand, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, that is 12th and 13th of September 2024. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and the interactive session throughout the day. In this session, we have 6 presentations, and each presenter will be given 12 minutes for their presentation and 3 minutes for question answer round. On 10 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants to stay connected with us till the closing remark. If you have any query or updates, you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before just before we get started with the session, I would like to introduce you all with today's session chair, Dr. Latika Desai. At present, Dr. Latika Desai is working as Associate Professor and Academic Administrator, IC Head, IT Department at the Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Akurdi, Pune, India. She has total 25 years of teaching experience. She has published 33 papers in various journals. She's having 2 copyrights from the Government of India. Her area of interest include digital electronics, data security, embedded systems, and IoT. So, moving towards the first presentation of the day. For the first presentation, I would like to call Nisarg Shah for the paper title Analysis of Player Performance in Cricket using Power BI.
So, hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible to us. You can proceed with your presentation.
Okay. Is my screen visible? Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, your screen is visible.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Myself Nisarg Shah from Charusat University, Anand, Gujarat, India. So, my paper title is Analysis of Player Performance in Cricket using Power BI. So first of all, I would like to talk about cricket. The rising popularity of T20 cricket has amplified the challenges in player selection due to the fast-paced nature of the game. Data visualization tool can transform raw data into insightful visuals, aiding in identification of top-performing players. The abundance of player data in cricket presents an opportunity to leverage data analytics for informed decision making. This project focuses on developing user-friendly dashboards that provides accessible player analytics. The project utilizes data analysis, expression, and Microsoft Power BI to create interactive and informative dashboards. So, we may discuss about cricket here. Cricket is a sport rich in statistics and numerical data, offering a wealth of information for analysis. This dashboard will visualize various aspects of cricket player data analytics, enabling users to explore and interact with data. Cricket data can be complex and require careful cleaning, processing, and analysis to extract meaningful insights. Data for this project was sourced from ESPN Cricket Info. So we have used these parameters like batting average, strike rate, runs scored by a particular player, wickets taken by particular bowler, which is selected in our dashboard, economy, wicket, strike rate, and best bowling figures. And some of them are like boundary percentage. After how many balls, there is a probability of a batsman will hit a boundary, whether it is 4 or 6, and number of sixes in particular players entire career or any particular format we can choose like T20, Test, and ODI. So here our dashboard has these main features like team selection. This allows user to select the desired 11-member team from the available pool of players. Match summary provides comprehensive overview of all matches played by selected player, including key statistics and performance indicator. So we had a number of matches, and uh, we uniquely identified each match with by giving them a match ID, so we can differentiate the performance of player in that particular match. And here individual player analytics enables in-depth analysis of individual players, showcasing their statistics and performance trends through interactive visualization. So here we have used dataset of Indian cricket team from 2019 to 2023. As BCCI, the Board of Cricket Council in India, does not allows sharing data to anyone, so we web scraped that data from ESPN Cricinfo by filtering our matches. So we have not taken the data of old players which were there, because it is useless to give analytics on their performance. We want analytics for the player who are currently playing cricket, who are currently giving their performances. So here we use Python and its NumPy library were employed for data cleaning and pre-processing, ensuring data quality and consistency. Data cleaning involved handling missing values, addressing outliers, and performing necessary transformation. We might say some matches were there where only 2 or 3 batsmen played, or and rest of them were not had not get chance to play that match, or any weather conditions happen. So we have overcome that data missing parts. So here the project successfully developed 4 interactive dashboards using Power BI and DX. The dashboard provides a user-friendly interface for exploring and analyzing cricket player performance data. The visualization and interactive feature enables user to identify trends and patterns and outliers in the data. So I am going to share you the screenshot of our dashboard. So here you can see our dashboard. So we have data from 2019 to 2023. We can select whether we have to choose a particular batsman, bowler. So if it's a batsman, then our dashboard will show the run scored, average runs, average batting strike rate, his or her name, and his particular performance against particular country. So here Akshar Patel player is selected, and we can select his or his performance against Afghanistan, Australia, Bangladesh, and so on countries according to our data. So here also we can see he other players and statistics like economy, Madden. So Akshar Patel is an all-rounder. So here top 5 bowlers is also available, and other dashboards are also there. Here you might wonder that what are use cases of this particular dashboard. So player selection, here in India, T20 league called IPL has 10 different franchisee. Each franchisee has data analysis team which analyzes player and gives insights from all the data to the team stakeholders to guide them which player to look after in the auction, so that their team can perform well in the tournament. So here we can change the data set according to the player of domestic cricket, Indian cricket, Australian cricket, or any other cricket players. So here this data can also be used for training and development, helps identify areas for improvement in the individual players and tailor training programs accordingly. So we can also use this dashboard for performance evaluation, facilitates tracking of player progress over time and evaluation of their performance against benchmarks. This study develops 4 distinct dashboards catering to different aspects of player performance analysis, including team selection, match summary, player statistics, and individual player analytics. This comprehensive dashboard designs ensures that cricket stakeholders have access to wide range of performance metrics and insights, facilitating informed decision making. The intuitive design, interactive features, enhance usability, allowing stakeholders to dynamically explore and interpret the performance data. So I would like to conclude my presentation. The developed dashboards offer a user-friendly and interactive platform for exploring and analyzing cricket data. This integration of technology represents a significant advancement in cricket analytics, offering a novel method for deriving insights from extensive datasets. This study emphasizes the integration of predictive analytics to anticipate performance trends and potential areas of concerns proactively. This forward-looking approach enables preemptive intervention and targeted training programs, enhancing player development trajectories and overall team performance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Respected ma'am, do you have any questions?
Thank you. Nisarg, a nice presentation. I have one query. You have referred Power BI, right?
Yes.
Have you checked any other tools which can give you better result other than the Power BI? Can you justify it?
Yeah, yes, we can also create this on Tableau also, which is a data visualizing tool. But our mentor, Miss Aneri Pandya, have guided us that Power BI could give us more insightful and we can create more models according to our data, and we can create customized parameters in them. So according to our guide, we proceeded with the Power BI.
Okay, thank you. Over to Agustin.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such wonderful insights. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Agostino da Silva for the paper title Engineering Business Solutions, Advancing SME and IoT Competition. Sir, you can proceed with your presentation.
Thank you very much. Welcome to everybody, and a great afternoon for you. Here is good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You're audible to us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. This presentation I'm going to do is about co-optation driven by industrial Internet of Things. SMEs actually represent the main industrial environment in Europe. We have over 24 million active SMEs. They contribute to 99.8% of all enterprises in the non-financial business sector. So these SMEs, in fact, are very, very important to Europe, as they represent almost 85 million direct jobs. In the current globalization supply chains, actually, they are facing survival threats. And the potential solutions to this are pointed out by academics and official entities, such like European Union, and they point out co-optation as the way for these SMEs to face the globalization, digital globalization supply chains. However, studies from MIT Slogan Management Review, they found that when these co-optation networks include only SMEs, they normally fail. They don't fail. The reason for they don't fail is if there's a giant player like Amazon or Google or some other working as a pillar of the network. So when we have only SMEs, in fact, the co-optation networks trend to fail. So the point is how to conceptualize a co-optation network to effectively be able to guarantee that the SMEs are able to work in competition networks. The purpose of this study is to address this from a service ecosystems perspective, service dominant logic. That's what that means. Because in fact, the reason why these competition networks fail is related to the non-creating value for all. So the reason why they fail is because there's no value created. And addressing this through a service dominant logic view, in fact, we are analyzing the value created. So we have designed and evaluated an IoT-driven competition network, and we have done a proof of concept in the Portuguese ornamental stone sector, which is basically composed by SMEs. So a competition, according to the literature, is in fact a simultaneous collaboration and competition, and it is only effective if it creates value to everybody. Service dominant logic emphasizes the value co-creation and the service ecosystems. EOT in manufacturing is basically the connection of all the means of the companies to share resources. Using the service dominant logic means to analyze this competition IoT-enabled networks through a view of value creation. So what we have done was to develop, in fact, an IoT system, thinking about how to integrate operand resources and operand resources into the system, not only technology, but also other resources like human resources, but also intelligent and artificial intelligence and other things in the system. So we have also integrated to increase the transparency and the cybersecurity, the OPC UA protocol to be able to guarantee an effective network, transparent, but also safe. So this led us to conceptualize the Cockpit 4.0 Plus, which is basically ensures also the interoperability among all the stakeholders and all the participants of the network. So the idea is actually to use the resources in a transparent but also safe way to guarantee that value is co-created and shared by all the stakeholders. So we have designed the modular architecture and also including some AI and machine learning models inside, and all this is secured by OPC UA protocol. So this is a schema how the system works. Basically, we have here the factories connected to the cockpit and then to the cyber market. So we, according to the proof of concept we have done, we have invited 3 companies to make this, to participate in this proof of concept, and along 54 days, useful days, working days, we have been collecting data to be sure that in the field, to be sure that the data are accurate. So we have done that in 45 days when the company is using the current best practices, and also another period of 54 days, and with the companies working under competition network practice, that means connected. The results actually, so we have used only one for this proof of concept, only one KPI. It was the conversion leads. That means the number of leads that are converted into orders. And what we have found is that under current best practice, we found 31.4% of successful leads. And when the companies work in competition networks using this Cockpit system, the KPI, so the conversion leads increased to 44.6%. Looking at the evolution about along the 54 days, we see that's a trend to increase the successful leads. So it's not only a question of the average result, but actually there's a trend to increase. So that means create value. So looking at this in the beginning, in fact, there was in the beginning of the period, in fact, there was a stability, there was no bigger increase in the trend, but after 21, 24 days of the observations, we found the trend to gain more orders increasing. So this study presents an evidence that the effectiveness of competition networks can enable the SMEs to co-create value in competition. In this case of case study of the ornamental stone sector. Of course, this study has some limitations, limited to 3 SMEs only, is a sector-specific focus. So we have, for the moment, it was not tested yet in other sectors. And we have assumed a stable competitive environment, so that nothing has changed along the 54 days of observations. Further research, we encourage researchers to examine the impact across other industries and to try to improve the generalization of this system. And of course, try to provide deeper insights and probably to upgrade the system as it is. So thank you very much for your time and wish you a good day. I'm available for responding to questions.
Thank you, Agostino, for an informative presentation. You said that only 3 samples you are checked, right?
Only 3 SMEs have been used for the proof of concept.
To increase the samples, what we should do?
And we actually, it costs lots of money, as you can imagine. So, but now that's why the reason we have started only with 3, because this means that the companies have to be available for this, and this requires people in the companies collecting data daily. So 54 days, 2 times in 3 companies, and actually it was not easy. So what we are thinking now is to go to a further test, now involving the state fundings to make the implementation, probably 5 to 7 companies, and for 1 year to be sure that it works. If it works, probably the state is available to finance a national program to introduce this in this sector as a case study for the national economy and also for Europe.
Okay, thank you.
Very welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now, we are moving toward the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Windin for the paper title, Exploring the Experience Economy Model by Using Machine Learning Model, a case study of Vietnam Huy Tunnels. Sir, I request you to kindly proceed with your presentation.
Yeah, thank you very much for your introductions. Now I would like to share my screens. Yes. Can you hear me well?
Yes, sir. You're audible to us and your screen is also visible to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I would like to introduce our current research about exploring the experience economic model by using machine learning model. We perform a case study of Vietnam Huy tunnels. And the first, I would like to introduce a little bit about So what is our current research topics? In the recent year, the academic's exploration in heritage and history, tourists has witnessed an upward in interest and scholar endeavors. And our research tried to analyze around 20,000 reviews from TripAdvisor platform to understand more about the Cuchi Tunnel historic tourists in Vietnam. And we try to find the answer for the following two questions. And the first one, we want to find out to what extent and can the topics modeling and expressed by sentiment analysis affect the analyzed TripAdvisor feedback to gain insight into the visitor experience in Cuchi Tunnel. And the second research question, we want to try to find the answer that's what the managerial implication arise from combining topics modeling results with the EEM in understanding the visitor experience in heritage sites like Cuchi Tunnel. And for the heritage stories and Cuchi Tunnel, the Cuchi Tunnel in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, present the resilience and ability of individuals during the Vietnam War. This tunnel used for the shelter, communication, and strategic purpose. Now for the visitor glimpse and into the challenge faced during the conflict. And as a significant heritage site, the tunnel provides a physical connection to Vietnam historical, structural, and achievements. Now we try to perform some user generic by using some AI technique, machine techniques for the sentiment analysis. And we also to perform some thought-based modeling technique to try to understand more about the Cuchi tunnel. And for the user-generated content on the platform like TripAdvisor, like free to run for influencing the customer behavior by breaking information gap and mitigating risk concern products and service. And another advantage in the NLP have enabled advanced us for the sentiment analysis, also for the topic modeling technique, try to extract the meaningful insight from the UCG platform. The technique like the LDAs or another non-negative matrix factorization and latent semantic analysis will help us to discover more about the latent or the uncode and something meaningful about the textual data. And for the data set, I mentioned before, we try to yield around 20,000 review from TripAdvisor, and we focus from the Cuchi Tunnel. We collect data up to the August 2023, and it's based on two techniques for the aspects by sentiment analysis by using OpenAI's API tool, and another we perform for the topics modeling analysis by using the LDA techniques. All right, you know the difference between the topic modeling and another look like the text classification, because we try to perform for the just given the inputs. I mean, we don't know the output. We try to perform the unsupervised learning algorithm, try to discover interesting within the command review from TripAdvisor to the Cuchi tunnel. And this is the main workflow of our research. The first one, we try to collect and raw data from TripAdvisor, around 20,000 review from TripAdvisor. And then we perform some basic technique for the text real session type to convert some text to the number to apply to another machine learning model to for the sentiment analysis, also the topic modeling. And then we finally we evaluate the results of these two topics. And this is for the workflow for this is just the pipelines, the main pipeline for the prescription test. It contains some basic step in the some kind of machine learning technique for mining the data. For the texture, the first step for the texture standard deviation and tokenization to split the whole sentence to the words and the token, and I would then perform the lemmatization and remove some special talk work and also the multiple constellation, and then we have some token ready for us to apply for another for the other analysis using the machine learning model. And this is the space-based sentiment analysis results we use OpenAI to analyze results to understand more about the review of the customer when after they visit the QC terminal and visual feedback to us, and we want to understand more about what the user or customer would like to emphasize, or to have some, maybe they have some idea or some feedback about the when they visit the QC terminal. And another interesting idea that we try to apply the area technique to find some topics from the comment of the customer, around 20,000 review from the TripAdvisor. Then interesting idea that we can find about 10 topics. That means that the algorithm try to automatic discover these topics, and then after get the topics, we can easy to evaluate and understand more deeply about what the customer or the user actually want when they visit the QC terminal. And we try to map the 4 topics from the LDA to our main topic here. About the first topic about educational experience, and the second is escape experience, and the next one is aesthetic experience, and the last one is entertainment experience. And in here, we try to map in 10 topics from the machine learning or the LDA results. For the educational experience, the topic 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. Then we focus most about the this quadrant is designed for enhanced knowledge and skill broad experience that are informative and historically interesting. And another topic is the encash-based experience, provide a break from the pro adventure and exploratory experience, and focus more on the topic 2. And another is the aesthetic experience, and focus about the beauty-centric experience, and engaging visitor with the visual and aesthetic qualities of the environment. And topic 6 and topic number 7 is fall into this category. And last one is the entertainment experience. I mean, aim to provide the fun and engaging activity, capture and visitor. That is the most concern from the customer or the user than when they visit the QC terminal. And this is some results when we try to map in the area topic for the topic modeling through the experience economics framework, as you can see in the picture. And for the conclusion, current study just try to utilize the topic modeling and IBSI on the TripAdvisor to review the QC terminal and unravel key visitor experience dimensions. Our finding highlight us the effectiveness of machine learning and the deep learning in understanding and enhancing the visitor engagement at the heritage sites. And this result offer both valuable insight for academics, exploration, and practical strategy for improve the tourist management and marketing. And currently, our study rely on TripAdvisor data may introduce a bias because limitation of generating ability. In addition, the current NLP technique may not capture on nuance of the human sentiment because it's really difficult to capture on the human sentiment from the comment or the review of TripAdvisor. And in the future research, we should to include the diverse data source to reduce the bias and employ as main NLP model to enhance the linguistics and emotional accuracy. And comparative study across with different heritage sites could further validate and extend our findings. And thank you very much for your listening. Now I'm happy to receive a question from yours.
Thank you, sir. Respected ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yes, Karthik, thank you. Nice presentation. I
Yes,
have one question. In the limitations you are seeing, there is a emotional accuracy you have to improve, right?
yes.
Emotional accuracy. Have you checked emotional accuracy?
Currently, we didn't check much about accuracy for the system because right now we have the bias about the data. Currently, we could focus on the TripAdvisor, so somehow our data is biased. And another current technique that we like to try to use the LDA for the cover the topic modeling. But in the future, we try to improve and we evaluate more about accuracy of the current system. Yes.
Okay. Effectiveness of ML and DL. So how you are checking the effectiveness? What part?
Yes, in the case, currently we should try to apply the LDA to understand more about the 20,000 review from TripAdvisor. And after you the LDAs, we find out there are the 10 topics, and we try to understand more about this topic, and we try to group these topics into the four main topics like this. Actually, currently we didn't focus much about the accuracy, but in the future we try to compare about what accuracy of area when mining the data of TripAdvisor. And thank you for your comment about this. Yes.
Thank you. Over to Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now, let's move towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Ganga Gansen for the paper title, From Agora to Algorithm, Can AI like GPT-4 Spark Economic Solution for Global Warming? I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Thank you. Let me share the screen. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible to us.
Thank you. Okay. So good afternoon to all the dignitaries present here. Thank you, ISBM, for this opportunity to present the paper titled From Agora to Algorithm, Can AI like GPT-4 Spark Economic Solutions for Global Warming? Let me introduce the authors, Kalavi Krishnan, Faculty of Department of Commerce and Management, and myself, Ganga Ganeshan, doing Masters, Department of Commerce and Management from Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Amritapuri, Kerala, India. So it's an honor to be here today to talk about an essential intersection of technology and climate action, how NLP can play a pivotal role in addressing global warming challenges with the financial sector. Global warming is not just an environmental issue, but also an economic one. With far-reaching consequences for business, investors, and financial institutions, the financial sector holds the power to drive significant changes by making informed decisions about climate risk, investment, and sustainability initiatives. Now, to do this efficiently, there is a lot of data that is needed. To analyze this and to make it understood, there is where NLP comes across. So here you can see there are two words, agora and algorithm. I'm sure everyone here are familiar with these two words. Now, how can we connect both of them? The agora was a central public space in ancient Greek. It was a vibrant hub for various aspects of public life, including politics, commerce, philosophy, and social interaction. The word agora literally means gathering place or assembly, and it is served as a marketplace as well as a space for citizens to discuss important matters, exchange ideas, and engage in debates. Socrates popularized the agora of Athens by using it to discuss and teach his unique philosophical approach. Now, in this technological world, we are connecting agora to ChatGPT, which we can term as the digital agora of the time, where ideas are exchanged through dialogues. ChatGPT reflects the Socratic method by engaging in a dialogue that involves asking questions, providing answers, and aiding users in deeply exploring ideas. Now, large language model. Natural language processing has progressed from statistical to neural modeling, pre-trained language models, and now it is LLM, large language models, which is a type of artificial intelligence program that can perform a variety of natural languages processing tasks. These tasks include translating, classifying, and generating text, answering questions, and identifying data patterns. Now, let me give you some of the insights that were shared by ChatGPT. Global warming poses a substantial threat to human society. It accelerates climate change, leading to severe weather events, rising sea levels, and altered climate patterns. ChatGPT also says human activity is widely recognized as a predominant factor contributing to global warming. Current efforts towards mitigating global warming, such as Paris Agreement's commitment to limiting temperature rise and the increase in investment in renewable energy sources, indicate a positive direction. Now, some of the strategies that were suggested by GPT-4 includes enhancing infrastructure resilience. This strategy involves making buildings, transportation, energy systems, and other infrastructure better equipped to withstand the impact of climate change. Promoting sustainable land use practices. Land use practices refers to how land is managed and developed. Promoting sustainable practices means using land in a way that minimizes environmental damages. Fostering ecosystem restoration and conservation. This involves repairing damaged ecosystems such as forest, wetland, and coral reef and conserving existing natural environments. Implementing early warning systems for extreme weather events. Early warning systems are essential for preparing and protecting communities from the impacts of extreme weather events such as hurricanes, floods, and heat waves. These systems use weather data, satellite monitoring, and predictive models to provide timely alert, allowing for evacuation, minimizing the loss of life and property. Developing climate resilient agriculture technique. Agriculture is highly vulnerable to climate change. Developing climate resilient techniques means adopting farming methods that can withstand changing weather patterns like drought, flood, and other climate impacts. Integrating climate consideration into urban planning and policy framework. As the cities are growing, industries need to plan for this climate impact. This involves designing the urban area with green space, sustainable transportation, and energy efficient building to reduce emission and manage climate risk. Now, let me check the implications of global warming to the economic sector. Innovation and sustainable technologies. Investment in renewable energy, energy efficiency, and green infrastructure are crucial for reducing the economic impact of global warming. By funding technologies like solar, wind, and hydropower, businesses can help transition away from fossil fuels, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Businesses and financial institutions can influence policy making and market trends by prioritizing sustainability and carbon neutral practices. For example, nowadays companies are focusing more on reducing carbon footprints. Aligning businesses with sustainability. In response to global warming, businesses are adjusting their financial and business model to reduce their carbon emission and operate more sustainably. Now, there is also a question like regulatory intervention or voluntary initiatives are necessary. Voluntary measures like companies choosing to go green on their own shows innovation and leadership, but there should be some regulations for these methods. We need strong government regulations to make sure that all sectors consistently take actions. This means creating rules and standards that everyone can follow to reduce emissions and protect the environment. So both voluntary actions and regulations are needed to tackle climate change effectively. Voluntary efforts leads the way while regulating ensures that everyone is involved in doing their part. Now connecting global warming with migration and poverty level. ChatGPT comments that global warming makes things harder for vulnerable people by causing more extreme weather like storm, flood, and droughts. This leads to food and water shortage, destroys jobs, and forces people to leave their homes in search of better conditions. As a result, poverty increases, especially in areas that contribute to least of global warming. These regions often suffer the most, even though they are not the main cause of this problem. Now, some of the strategies that can be taken by financial institutions. They can encourage sustainability, like using guidelines that focuses on environment and good company practices pushes business to more responsible. Taking investments out of coal, oil, and gas industries encourage a shift towards cleaner energy sources. Offering special financial products that supports environment-friendly projects helps speed up the transition to a low-carbon economy, and pushing for clear, strong climate policies ensures that resources go to the right place to fight global warming. Now, it is really important to motivate the employees to do sustainable financing. So how can we do that? Providing tax benefits makes it more attractive for companies to invest in renewable energy and eco-friendly projects. Making organizations share how climate changes affect them encourages more responsible planning and actions. Changing or charging companies for their carbon emission motivates them to reduce pollution, and clear guidelines help companies focus on greener investments. As more people want ethical financial options, companies are pushed to invest in environment friendly projects. Now, what is the power of sustainable finance? Sustainable finance can help reduce global warming by investing in low carbon projects like renewable energy. However, to truly tackle climate change, it needs to work alongside strong policies, new technologies, and actions from individuals. Together, these efforts can make a bigger impact on protecting the environment. Now, how NLP can tackle global warming challenges in financial sectors is it analyzes textual data. If you are giving a data, it can analyze and classify it and tell you the ways how you can improve, what you have to do and all. And also identifies a risk and opportunities. If you're giving an idea to GPT, it can tell you the risk and also the opportunities that are available to that idea, and also the assess the climate impact. What impact can that idea bring up to this environment, and also improve risk management and also enhances the transparency. Now, the limitation of the study was ChatGPT's outcomes may differ. Like when it is repeated, the outcome may differ and incoherence or disagreement. And this is basically termed as hallucinations, which the responses of ChatGPT can provide that are not based on factual data. But these can be filtered and we can get the best out of it.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but you have 2 minutes to conclude.
Yeah, I conclude this presentation by pointing out the importance of ChatGPT in his potential to solve the ecological problems such as global warming. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Nice presentation, Ganga madam.
Thank you.
How we can reduce the risk management by using the ChatGPT?
Ma'am, when we are providing an idea, like if I'm asking if I have an idea, I'm asking ChatGPT about that. It can give me insights about what all risk it can associate. If I'm giving a initiative, it can tell me like this can affect the environment this way, so we can plan accordingly. So that level, it can reduce the risk management.
Yeah, are you little bit implementation did?
Yes, ma'am.
Implementation you did?
Yeah, ma'am. Like
How much
before this
percentage?
projects and all, ma'am, before, like what inspired me to this presentation was the activities I did through ChatGPT. I can say like 4 to 5% I have done.
So while implementing the things, what problems you have faced? Can you
Ma'am,
elaborate?
yeah, ma'am. As we told, like there are some problems like chat hallucination, as I saw told. In reality, when it comes, much more problems in reality can happen. Like if I'm going for a no plastic initiative from my side, then there will be the surrounding or the environment that I'm working will be different. So sometimes the results that are given by ChatGPT or the reality may differ.
Thank you. Over to Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks so much. Now, I would like to move towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call GP Sachin Lakshan for the paper title Integrating Explainable AI with Deep Neural Networks to Improve Employee Attrition Prediction. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Thank you very much. I'll share this screen.
Thank you, sir. You can proceed with your presentation.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Your screen is
Yes.
visible to us.
Make a slideshow.
Hello everyone. I'm Sajil Laksha. I'm a software engineering undergraduate student at the Informatic Institute of Technology, Sri Lanka. Today, I'm going to present my research on integrating explainable AI with deep neural networks to improve employee attrition prediction. So first of all, let's try to understand what is employee attrition. Employee attrition is the gradual decrease in a company's workforce due to employees leaving and positions not being refilled. This was driven due to various factors like poor compensation, poor work-life balance, limited growth opportunities, and so on. High employee attrition rates often lead to the loss of valuable talent, and it also reduces the productivity of the company. It also increased the recruitment and training cost as well. Furthermore, it also damaged the reputation of the company as well. So therefore, nowadays, a lot of companies use artificial intelligence systems to predict employee attrition and thereby reduce the impacts of employee attrition. However, most of these systems lack accuracy, interpretability, lack of robustness as well to imbalance data set as well. So now let me provide a quick literature review of the existing studies focused on employee attrition prediction using deep learning. So basically this table here is a tabular comparison of all these studies. So you can see in this table, all of these three studies introduce a highly accurate deep neural networks to forecast employee attrition, but they have some common limitations like lack of interpretability, lack of generalizability, class imbalance, overfitting, and model complexity as well. So those are the limitations that I'm going to address in my research. Now I will explain the proposed methodology for my research. So basically it all starts with the employee dataset collection. After that, it went through some data pre-processing task. Thereafter, I developed the deep neural network to predict employee attrition. After that, I integrate explainable AI. All of these steps will be discussed in much more depth in the upcoming slides. First of all, let me explain the dataset that I have used. This dataset was taken from Kaggle, and there are actually three reasons behind the selection of this dataset. First one is this dataset contains 15,000 employee records. This is a substantial amount of data for training a deep neural network. Secondly, this dataset has a relatively less number of features, so it avoids the curse of dimensional issue. This also facilitates the easy interpretation as well due to the simplicity of the dataset. Now let me explain the data pre-processing phase of the project. So the first step of the data pre-processing phase is data cleaning. This step involved improving the clarity of the dataset by renaming certain features and make them more understandable. Then I encoded the categorical variables using label encoding. After that, I separate the dataset into two parts, independent variables and the dependent variable. Thereafter, I handle the class imbalance using synthetic minority oversampling techniques. In short, it's known as SMOT. Thereafter, I split the dataset into two parts. I allocated 80% of the data for training the model and 20% to test the model. Finally, I did feature scaling using standardization to ensure that all features have a similar scale. Now let me explain the deep neural network model that I built. This model was built using TensorFlow, and this model was developed by tuning various hyperparameters like number of epochs, model architecture, that means number of hidden neurons and the hidden layers, and learning rate. So the best performing model has the following architecture, as you can see in these two tables. Talking about the model architecture, this deep neural network model has an input layer, 3 hidden layers with 15, 10, and 5 hidden neurons respectively, and output layer. ReLU activation function was used for the hidden layers, and sigmoid activation function was used for the output layer. Talking about the training parameters, this model I developed using 100 epochs, Adam as the optimization algorithm, binary cross entropy as the loss function, and Adam's default learning rate of 0.001 as the learning rate. And now let me explain the integration of explainable AI part. This is the core part in my research. Basically, I used two of the most popular explainable AI techniques. First one is SHAP. This was used for the global interpretability, which means understanding which factors affect the employee attrition prediction the most. And the other explainable AI technique that I use is LIME. This was used for the local interpretability, which is understanding specific features contributing to a specific employee attrition prediction. So according to this table in the left-hand side, you can see I identified number of project, time spent with company, average monthly hours, and satisfaction level are the critical contributors of employee attrition using share. So after I developed the deep neural network model and after I integrate the explainable AI, the next thing that I did was to evaluate the model's predictions. So therefore, I use various evaluation metrics, as you can see in this table. The first evaluation metric is accuracy. My best performing model has 95.7 accuracy, 0.962 precision, 0.951 recall, 0.963 specificity, 0.956 F1 score, 0.987 ROC-AUC score, 0.914 Matthews correlation coefficient. After evaluating the model's predictive performance, the next thing I did was to evaluate the model's interpretability. This was evaluated by getting some feedback from the end users like HR managers. Also, I did a benchmarking process to compare the newly developed DNN model against the existing DNN models and the diverse machine learning algorithms, which are used frequently to predict employee attrition. So basically, this table represents the benchmarking process against diverse machine learning algorithms. Like I mentioned, these other machine learning algorithms have used frequently to predict employee attrition. So according to this table, you can see the newly developed deep neural network model outperforms other machine learning algorithms in terms of accuracy, accuracy, F1 score, and ROC-AUC, and also MCC as well. Now let me explain the benchmarking process against existing deep learning based employee attrition prediction models. So you can see in this table, this research has a impressive accuracy as well as it also covers the crucial aspects like global interpretability, local interpretability, as well as class imbalance handling. So now let me conclude my presentation with some key takeaways from this presentation. As we saw in the presentation, this research enhanced employee attrition prediction in multiple ways. First, it enhanced the prediction accuracy using deep neural networks. Secondly, it enhanced the transparency by integrating explainable AI. Thirdly, it also ensures the fairness of prediction using SMOD by handling the class imbalance. So there are actually few limitations in my research as well. The first one is it relies on internal company data, which limits the scope to a specific organizational context. Secondly, this research also lacks generalizability to other industries and market environment as well. Therefore, as future enhancements, the researchers can involve various data sources to expand the data source, and they can also incorporate various data from diverse range of companies to create a more generalized model. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you, sir. I request respected ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yes. Thank you, Sachin, for informative presentation. For the pre-processing in the encoding, which algorithms you used?
For the pre-processing, ma'am, I haven't used any algorithm.
And
but I did was
for encoding?
Encoding, label encoding.
Only label encoding. Okay. Yeah. And we have gone through your future enhancement also. So have you think any further enhancement in the accuracy?
Basically, by doing some advanced hyperparameter tuning techniques, future researchers can actually improve the accuracy. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Over
Thank
to
you.
Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now
Thank
we
you.
are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Utkarsh Jalkar for the paper title survey on transfer learning for enhanced diabetic retinopathy detection. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Hello everyone. So,
Sir, you can now proceed with your presentation.
okay. So you might be able to see my screen.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible to us.
Okay. So yeah. So my topic is the detection of diabetic retinopathy using deep learning. Thank you for giving the opportunity at ISBM for presenting this presentation. So our topic was the survey on the diabetic retinopathy detection using transfer learning and boosting aggregation methods. So me, my teammates, Sneha, Vaibhav, and Rushikesh, along with my mentors, Vinod sir and Dhanashri ma'am has worked on this topic. So introduction to diabetic retinopathy. What is DR? So diabetic retinopathy is a complex complication, or we can say a disease which can be caused using diabetes, which is an eye illness which can lead to blindness. Now, public concerns are that significant cause of vision impairment among the diabetes patients is very worldwide. Now, the key problem is that early detection of this diabetic retinopathy is very effectively management, but it's not early detected. So, but often delayed due to asymptomatic early stages. Diabetic retinopathy has total 5 stages, and the symptoms are macular edema and neurovascular glaucoma. The 5 stages are no DR, mild DR, moderate DR, severe DR, and polyphytry DR. These stages grow gradually as you grow gradually through the years. And you can see in the image, you can see some blood clouds in the retinal fundus images of the eye. This leads to the permanent damage or sometimes the vision loss in a person. What is the need of this study is that increasing number of the patients with the diabetes, but we have a very shortage of the eye specialist right now. And so importance of the early detection is very important because early detection can help the patients to recover from this. Now, deep learning role is to potentially to diagnose the speed and enhance the diagnosis and accuracy using these AI models. Now, challenges in DR detection are first is the unbalanced data sets. So we have a lot of data. We have data sets in the market, but which are unbalanced. I mean, the 5 stages that we have seen, the data set are unbalanced. I mean, you can see there are a number of data sets in the no DR only, and we have a less number of severe DR and polyphyry DR, which makes it impossible for the AI models for testing purposes. Also, vanishing gradient problems. As we go layer by layer in the CNNs, grow deeper into it, the performance may degrade. So need for efficient models for more advanced architectures like DenseNet and ResNets and Inception V3 are needed to solve these issues. Now, what is the research objective? So objective of the research is to improve detection accuracy using deep learning models with a focus on transfer learning techniques and the boosting aggregation methods, which includes more than one architecture or the machine learning models. Then the datasets is the after blending datasets and the custom datasets from the Aditya Birla Hospital that we have used. Also, we also can give the dataset overview. So the first dataset that we have used is the Aptos 2019 dataset, which includes around 6,000 images from different classes: no DR, mild DR, moderate DR, severe DR. And the custom dataset which we have collected from the Aditya Birla Hospital, Pune. We have collected around 302 images from the Aditya Birla Hospital and pre-processed into 800 images after pre-processing. Now, before pre-processing, as you can see, the test datasets is very imbalanced. No DR has the highest number of images, mild DR has the less, severe DR more or less. After pre-processing, we have balanced all the datasets classes. Existing methodology that is widely used is the ResNet, and which has around accuracy of 83.66%. It uses the identity mapping on the top of the CNNs. The proposed methodology that we have proposed is by using the transfer learning models like DenseNet, Inception V3, and ResNet, and using the ensemble model of them. So, or combine using the boosting aggregation techniques to achieve improved classification accuracy and better prediction results. So here is the overview of the flow. Input, and then the data processing, then shuffle the data set into train data and the test data. The train data then is trained on the DenseNet, Inception V3, and ResNet, and then we gather data into ensemble learning, like comparing the results of all their models, and then we get a results from the trained ML model, and we test that result from into the testing ML testing dataset, and then we get the output. So these are the experimental result that we have got. Like ResNet, we have 83% accuracy. DenseNet around 84% accuracy. These are the individuals. Inception V3 individually has a 84% accuracy, same as DenseNet, and NASNet has around 75% of accuracy. But if we use the ensemble model of DenseNet, Inception V3, and NASNet, we get around a 91% of accuracy, which is much greater than all of them individually. Thank you, everyone, for this session, and I'll open for questions now.
Thank you, sir. I request respected ma'am to kindly, do you have any questions?
Yes, Karthik. Thank you for the nice presentation, Utkarsh. But what accuracy you are shown with different 5 techniques, right? That are implemented by you?
Yeah, ma'am. Individually, we have implemented. We have tested all these models on our data sets, and we have got this accuracy.
Okay. Have you checked any previous author did the same work and comparison result of that? Have you
The
did?
ResNet model that we have used was the previous model, previous authors' work on only. And for following that, we also worked on that DenseNet, Inception V3, and NASNet also.
Okay, thank you. Over to Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards our next presentation of the day. For the next presentation, I would like to call Abdurrazak Abdauni for the paper title Artificial Intelligence and the Financial Analyst Profession, a Literature Review. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Thank you. So, dear researchers, good afternoon. So I'm delighted to be here to do my presentation and participate in the third World Conference on Information System for Business Management 2024. So we are excited to share the results of our study on artificial intelligence and the financial analyst profession, a literature review. This research was conducted by Professors Saad Kabak and Abdun Abdarzak, both from University or Moulay Ismail University in Kingdom of Morocco. So we will proceed as follows. First, we will discuss the background and significance of our study, followed by the purpose and research problem. After that, we will present the research methodology, and finally conclude. So the asset management is considered by investment professionals to be the finance sector likely to be impacted by artificial intelligence innovations, far ahead of banking, insurance, or financial consulting, according to a study conducted by CFA Institute 2016. The use of artificial intelligence in asset management is an emergent trend, strongly and intensely energizing the environment of asset management companies, prompting and imposing the adaptation and digital transformation for asset management companies and their managements in order to maintain and strengthen their competitive advantages in the markets. In the United States of America, England, or France, several fintech companies have emerged. They have developed robots specialized in asset management. For example, Betterment's one of the leading robot advisors in the US, or Nutmeg, based in the UK. In response to these rapid technological advancements, this presentation aims to explore, through a literature review, various practical applications of artificial intelligence in the daily work of financial analysts, while considering both the opportunities and risks involved. From this research question emerged: what are the implications of using artificial intelligence in the financial analyst profession, and what opportunities and risks are involved? To answer to our research question on the implications of artificial intelligence in the financial analyst profession, we adopt a documentary research approach. This involved conducting a comprehensive review of the theoretical literature, examining prior studies that explored how AI tools affect the financial analyst role. So our focus was specifically on recent contributions, ensuring that we reported only the latest developments and insights in this area. Now let's delve into the theoretical results. First, we need to define some key terms. The profession of a financial analyst involves experts who offer forecasts and recommendation on buying and or selling securities to the market. Particularly, the investors, for a fee, they gather data from various sources, analyze and interpret it, and present it in a clear and concise way, helping investors make informed decisions. Artificial intelligence is a field of a study that emerged after World War II, with the advent of the first computers and the pioneering work on the Turing test, which links human intelligence with machine consciousness. While early artificial intelligence models were developed as far back as the 1940s, significant advancements have only occurred recently thanks to factors such as the rise of big data, increased processor speeds, enhanced computing power, and the proliferation of software and cloud services. Application of artificial intelligence to financial analysis profession. So we have machine learning, big data, robotization. Opportunities of artificial intelligence for the financial analyst profession. So several studies have explored the benefit of integrating artificial intelligence technologies into the profession of financial analyst. First, enhanced information quality and cost efficiency. AI integration enables the acquisition of reliable information more efficiently and at a lower cost. The value of information increases with its timeliness, completeness, accuracy, and reliability. And AI methods can effectively meet this criteria. Improved forecasting capabilities. AI tools such as neural networks enhance financial analysts' forecasting abilities. These tools use historical data to identify patterns and relationships, enabling accurate predictions of future values. Third, automation of routine tasks. AI can automate routine and low-value tasks such as data collection, entry, and formatting. This automation streamlines and entire data processing chain, allowing analysis to focus on higher value activities. Tools like automatic documents reading, ADR, and optical character recognition are commonly used for this purpose. Reduction of behavioral biases. AI helps mitigate the behavioral basis of financial vast amounts of heterogeneous data to generate investment recommendations by combining big data technologies, natural language processing, and deep learning. AI tools can offer insights from various data sources. For example, QuantCube technology specializes in real-time big data analysis, providing estimates weeks ahead of official figures. After discussion the opportunities that artificial intelligence technology present for financial analysis, it is important to address the associated risk. First, dependence on human inputs. AI systems require human guidance to function effectively. Humans set the criteria for how the AI processes data, making the representativeness and diversity of the algorithms database crucial. There is a risk that in over-representation of certain sectors or biased data could skew results and negatively impact decision-making. To mitigate this risk, financial analysts must regularly verify that the training data is representative and comprehensive. Challenge of explainability. AI systems, due to their complexity and reliance on extensive and varied data, big data, can produce results that are difficult to explain. A small change in the data can significantly alter the algorithm's outputs and resulting decision. This makes it essentially to conduct regular audits of algorithms and database and to thoroughly test them to ensure transparency and reliability. Such tasks cannot be fully automated and require the human oversights. Third, need for human complementation. Despite rapid technological advancements, human skills, particularly those related to emotions and relationships, remain valuable. AI system cannot yet fully replicate the depth of human interaction and the nuanced information gathered through established relationships. Trust and personal connection often yield rich and valuable insights that machines are enabled to acquire. Those human expertise continues to complement AI technologies, bridging the gap between technical capabilities and interpersonal nuance. In summary, the literature review indicates that the potential for collaboration between financial analysis and artificial intelligence is vast and expensive. Financial analysis has evolved significantly over time, altering both its theoretical foundations and practical applications. The advent of new information and communication technologies, especially AI, represent a unique opportunity for financial analysts. AI enhances their work by automating representative tasks such as data collection, entry, and the calculation and the comparison of various ratios. Moreover, AI can handle and analyze a vast amount of data and indicators for beyond the capacity of the human brain, even in its most capable states. However, it is important to note that the rise of these technologies does not signal the end of the financial analysis profession. Rather, while AI may challenge established practices and beliefs, it's also presented an opportunity for transformation, akin to Schumpeterian creative destruction. We hope our presentation meets our expectation. For a more detailed exploration of our research, please refer to the article that provides in-depth analysis. So thank you for your attention. And thank you to be patient. It's my first time to do presentation in English. So I wish I can transfer the information in a good way. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request our respected session chair, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Karthik. Nice presentation.
Oh,
Amazing
thank you.
presentation in
Thank
English.
you.
So I have one doubt that what is the impact of AI related with the time complexity? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Pardon, say again, please.
Impact of AI related
Yeah.
with the time complexity.
Yeah. Complexity. So now it's how is it say? How I can say it? So for this profession as analyst, we thought that the machine can I lost my words. Sorry for
Okay, there are the previous methods, but now we are going through AI, right? So
yes,
impact on a time complexity is there or not? Yes, no?
yes, of course.
Yes. So
Ma'am, is there any further question?
no, thank you. Thank you. Over to Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the closing remark. I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in the session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during the third version and all the previous two versions of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in the fourth version in 2025. All the presenters will be getting their digital certificates within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already forwarded to Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ISBM 2024. I also thank our respected session chair, ma'am, Dr. Latika Desai, for chairing the session. Ma'am, this is the token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of team ISBM 2024 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Ma'am, I request you to kindly motivate our participants with the wise words.
Thank you, Karthik. All the presenter authors presented a paper nicely, but one submission from my side, all the authors with the previous authors till now September is going on, right? So till September 24 papers you have to go on through, and there is a scope of improvement. So please, thank you all, and thank you team of third World Conference ISBM special thanks to Amit sir, Aman sir, Richa ma'am, and as well as Karthik. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity as a session chair.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for such kind words and comments. Now I would like to request you all kindly switch on your cameras for a quick virtual snapshot. I request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras for a quick virtual snapshot of the conference. Thank you, everyone. Stay connected, stay safe. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.